Myself, NB Guru Arunesh, and my register number is 223003037, and I am pursuing my degree, BTech degree in Shastra deemed to be university. Today we are going to see about selfie seminar, and I have chosen the topic the call theory of production and the cost and the concept and the cost of concept. Now let's go into the table of content. What are all we are going to see in this theory of production and cost concepts? In theory of production, we are going to say the introduction to theory of production, factors of production, introduction and concepts, break-even analysis, etc. Now, let's go into the theory of production. Production. What do you come into your mind? Production is nothing but a step-by-step process of converting raw materials into finished goods and service demand and other consumers who are all ready to pay the price for that. The utilities generated by the business activities, the form utility, the possession utility, the place utility, and the time utility. These are the five types which are made formed using the utilities. Example, form utility is nothing but a law converter into a char. Next, factors of production. Factors of production are four: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. Land means all the materials and forces which given by nature feeding landwards aid, and the water, the air, the light, the sunlight, the minerals, and the forest, which is said by Alfred Marshall. The labor means an exertion of mind or a unburdened body wholly by view of earning something other than the pressure delivered to them. Labor, which is two types, physical labor and the mental labor. It's also said by the expert Alfred Marshall. Capital. What is you thinking in your mind? Capital refers to a stock of assets that at a particular point in time which is used to generate a stream of income over the lifespan of business. Next, entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the fourth and main important one. An entrepreneurship is the economic agent who unites all the means of production, etc. Entrepreneurships under which is comes from capital, land, and labor. Now let's just see this tabular column and explain that and see the difference between the reward of factors and owner of factors and name of factors. Name of factors in first four capitals which are in we are in earlier discussed. Now landlord, land gives landlords, owner of the factor, and renter, whether the labor gives laborer and the wages which is meant by the salary. The company capital gives money lender which gives this interest which is or man-made factors. About the previous about to the labor and the land or the natural factor or human factor, but the capital is a man-made factor. Entrepreneurship is also a man-made factor which converted into entrepreneur, and it makes the reward of the factory of the entrepreneurship is the profit. Now we are going to see about the cost and cost concepts. Introduction. Introduction. What is in your mind do you think about the cost signifies and sacrifices of resources? I think the cost is nothing but the resource with a view to generate some value of resulting into some economic benefits. Cost is the economic combination of gain and losses and any goods that have attached to them by one individual. The economic cost is used mainly by economics as to compare the prudence and one cost by that of another. Various cost concepts. The short run costs, the cost concepts are divided into three factors: the short run costs, the long run costs, the fixed costs. Short run costs, they have a short term tenure, usually up to 1 year. Costs include on materials like cost of labor, utilities, power, and factors, and etc. The long run costs, these are the costs who benefits the and extend the time of labor. The cost include on research and development of training employees of the long run cost. The fixed cost, which is also mean by in our fixed means, we can also refer to fixed deposit. The fixed cost remains the fixed as per the unit for a certain time, like 5 years or 6 years, like that. Then such as the cost remain fixed irrespective of volume of production. Underline the word irrespective of the description of machines and salaries and interest on borrowing or fixed. Now we can go into the last topic or break-even analysis, and which is very important topic, which is very suitable for analyzing the perspective. What do you mind think that break-even analysis? The break-even analysis is based on the cost behavior pattern to the level of production. The term break-even analysis are primarily refers to breaking the business eventually even equal to parts, nothing but a loss and the profit. So the break-even analysis deals with the production which result is a non-profit or non-loss situation. Assumption, let us assume the cost and the revenue functions are linear. The prices of production is assumed to be constant. The volume of sales and the volume of production are equal. The cost remains the constant over the volume under the consideration. It assumes that the rate of interest in variable cost. It assumes that the constant technology and no improvement in labor efficiency. The product cost assumed to be the constant. The factor price remains altered. The changes in the input prices of product, the changes in the multi-product multiplex is stable. Now we can see about detailedly about the break-even analysis with the example of graph. Let us go to the graph first. Here, the y-axis refers to the dollars in which the profits are made. Profits with that investments or profits which are made in dollars. Y-axis refers to dollars, and the x-axis refers to number of units which are all present, and the red line refers to the straight expenses which are all made by them. The blue line represents the total expenses that has a positive upward slope that indicates effect of increasing variable with respect to invariable inflation. The green line, which is positive and indicate upward slope, which is untold, increase the total sales revenue, which is a good information according to the sales line. The total revenue line and the total expenses line across each other. The break even, which they are each a break even point. Notice that the total loss area and the profit area which are meet into a particular point which is known as break even point, which forms a standard by breaking the losses and the profits by separating into 300. In this case, let us assume in the graph and let us see. In this, the break-even point is above the graph is 2000 units. In a number of x-axis, it is 2000 units. And or we can also call in terms of dollars $30,000 that agrees with the break-even that consume equal contribution to the manual and the methods. Okay. Next, what you consider that the total expenses lines and total line before the point of intersection is the loss. The loss area has been filled with a pink color, which is you can see in the graph, and the profit area, which is excellently filled with a green color, and it is absolute profit for the company. The difference between the total expense lines and the total revenue after the point of intersection is the point area, and the profit has been filled with green color. Notice this in case of the increases the number of units sold, it means additional units sold after the break-even point increases and the point of recession. Here once it comes the limitations. When where in the case it means every additional unit sold after the break-even point increases profit of the business, but we can't know able to know. So here is the limitations we can check. Limitation. Break-even analysis is one as supply side analysis as I tell you, but nothing the sales actually likely to be fair. It product on these variables varies from it. It assumes that the fixed costs and are constant, although it is true in nature the short run production is likely to be cost or fixed price. It assumes the average variable costs are constant per unit of time at least a range of. In multi-product company, it assumes the relative proportions of each product sold and each product are collude examples. The sales is mixed in the is constant. That's all for today's seminar section, selfie seminar section. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And once again, I am mentioning my name. My name is NB Guru Ranesh. Down my register number is 22300 Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my experience and my knowledge. Thank you.